This is breaking news. Iran has reversed course and decided to close the Strait of Hormuz once again due to the U.S. naval blockade that President Trump says will remain in effect until a deal with Iran is struck. Things are developing quickly here in the Middle East. Follow for the latest breaking news updates.
Iran war update. I think Trump lied to us today, guys. So Trump announced today, Iran has agreed to all of our demands, and the stock market went crazy and oil prices went down. And then the Iranians weighed in and said we didn't agree to anything. Trump said the Strait of Hormuz is open. All the ships are free. Everything can go. And a bunch of ships went to the Strait of Hormuz. People literally found the live geo thing on the map that shows exactly the GPS. All the ships came up to the Strait of Hormuz and they all turned away like animals scared. The Iranian military scared them off. Trump said, the Iranians agreed to let us get all of their nuclear fuel, all of the uranium. And the Iranians said, no, we didn't. The Iranians said, we're not letting all the ships go through the Strait of Hormuz. We're only going to let a couple go through, and they're all going to have to pay tolls, and the rest of them aren't going through. If you're not from a friendly country, you don't get to go through. It's literally the situation we were in before. It's the same thing. They've still closed the Strait of Hormuz. They're still trying to charge millions of dollars per vessel to go through there. They're still not getting rid of the nuclear material. Guys, he lied about everything so the market would do it. And by the way, somebody bet almost $1 billion on the market today, or a couple people, on Trump's speech. And then Trump made his announcement. They made a lot of money, and the market got fooled, and the straits are still not open, and Iran is still not resolved. Yeah, surprise.
Wait. Let me see if I got this right. Before the United States attacks Iran, the Strait of Hormuz is free for the world to travel. People are going in and out. Things are just fine. The United States attacks Iran. And Iran closes the strait. Makes the United States really, really mad. United States begs other countries to open the strait. Begs them. And they're like, you did this, you fix it. It's on you. So now, the United States is closing the strait, saying no one's allowed in or out. What? So the world can't get its oil and its goods, not because of Iran, but because the United States is closing the strait. Is anybody else confused?
In just one day, Donald Trump's blockade has failed. A Chinese tanker, Rich Star, which deals in Iranian oil, crossed the Strait of Hormuz right in front of the United States, and it did nothing. This is despite Trump openly threatening that no Iranian-linked ship would be allowed to pass. A full naval presence was deployed. Warships were ready, but they still couldn't stop it, because this isn't just any tanker. It was already sanctioned, and yet it sailed through like a direct challenge. At the same time, China made it clear its energy trade agreements with Iran will be respected. Iran controls the Strait of Hormuz, and as long as the route remains open for China, it sees no issue. China relies on this route for around 40% of its oil and at least 30% of its gas. If this is blocked, its economy takes a major hit. That's why reports suggest if anyone tries to stop these shipments, China could deploy its navy. It may even activate its base in Djibouti to escort its tankers. And now, U.S. intelligence suggests China could soon supply weapons to Iran. So tell me, are we heading toward a U.S.-China?
The Strait of Hormuz has once again been closed by Iran due to what they describe as U.S. piracy. As the Iranians are claiming that the United States, even after Iran said that they would open the Strait of Hormuz, kept the U.S. naval blockade on Iranian ships going in and out of Iranian ports. So according to the Iranians and international law, if you're still blockading another country, it's not a ceasefire, it's literally an act of war. And Iran is saying that as long as our ships are being blockaded by the United States, we will once again blockade the Strait of Hormuz. With the BBC reporting that Iran has already started firing on tankers in the Strait of Hormuz right after their announcement for ships that are not following Iran's instructions. And even though this might mean that the war has restarted, this is actually great news for Trump because he gets to do more market manipulation. As yesterday, just 20 minutes before Trump announced that the Strait of Hormuz is going to be open, investors bet hundreds of millions of dollars that the price of oil would go down. And then Trump makes the announcement, the price of oil crashes, and all these inside investors
Okay, let's bring you that breaking news out of Iran this hour. And Tehran has closed the Strait of Hormuz again. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps says the strait has reverted to its previous state, meaning the waterway is again closed and under the control of Tehran. They say that is because of US, quote, piracy, as they put it, as Washington has continued to enforce its blockade of Iranian ships and ports. The strait had been declared open to commercial shipping on Friday by Iran, and some ships had already begun to transit.
So, buckle up, guys. But before that, welcome to the channel. So, days after Trump lied to the world in front of the media, telling people that Iran has adhered to its demands, and it didn't even take long. It took like around 36 hours, I will say so. And then Iran announces that they have closed the Strait of Hormuz because they're talking about piracy from the United States of America. And guys, what does this mean? What does this mean to the rest of the world? It means this way, because this is happening to my country already. The fuel is high, so that means for you to go to work, in case maybe you're using a public transport or even not, you know, like fuel detects a lot of activities that happen around the human ecosystem, like daily. So this means everything is gonna go up because fuel is everything. Basically, we are talking about electricity, we are talking about movement, we are talking about businesses and all that. So when the fuel goes up, economy is tampered with. Now, I'm not even talking about fuel alone. Look at the prices of the gas, because it's only the other day and then you wake up and then everything goes up. But what surprises me more is when a national leader stands in front of a national television and assures the world that I have solved this. You see, initially, Iran people did not even have a problem. But what was the cause? What was it like? Because, you know, like everyone is just seated and they want to know where is the problem. Because you wake up one day, you bomb Iran, and then the oil that you wanted to have a share on, that is in the UAE, that is all going to be like a very mass distraction. And we've just started, guys. So I'm wondering, even like people who are in business and all that, and also the traffic that is gonna be caused by the closure of that Strait of Hormuz. It's about to get worse, guys. And up to this point, I feel like it's just so important that these leaders put their egos aside. And you know who I'm talking about. It's high time that people put their egos aside and start to focus on matters that are going to affect the common citizens. Because, you know, to them, it's not a problem. If the fuel goes high, they can still afford it. And they're also going to be piracy. Like people are going to take these things on the highest level again. So I'm not even talking about the insecurities that are going to come with that. But just so you know that Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz and it's about to go down. So ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're new here, my name is Yvonne and you're welcome to being part of my online family. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. I really, really appreciate this. And please comment below. Let me know, like, how is it going on with your country? Are you guys experiencing the shortage, the fuel shortage, and so on? Until next time.